Hello everyone. So in this demonstration, I'm gonna let you know that how orchestration service is working. I have configured a new orchestration service which is running on port 3006, and I have created a new class order orchestration, and there is no any DB interaction in this code example so that you could understand that how this complex logic is working. So let me walk you through the very simple code example here. So first of all, I have shifted the create order endpoint from my order service to the orchestration service because now my orchestration service will send the instructions to my order service to create the order. So of this endpoint is calling my init method, and the implementation of this method is super simple. What I am doing, I am just extracting the parameter from the request body and creating the order object. And then I have created a new start saga method. So on the first line, I'm initializing the Kafka configuration and then extracting the required parameters from the order service. And then once it is done, then I have created a create order method, and in that method what I am doing, I am sending the instructions to my order service to create the order. So once my order service will create the order, it will come back to me with the topic that order has been created. And if the response is successful, then I am moving towards the next step. So let me show you here. You can see here in my start saga, I am checking the response. If the response is successful, then I will move towards the next step, and if it is not, then I am calling the cancel order, and in the cancel order I am sending my order service the instruction that order has been failed, and I am preventing this method to move towards the next step. So if this order is succeeded, then I'm doing the similar step in my reserve inventory method. Let me show you here. I am sending the topic to my inventory service to initialize the inventory, and my inventory service is also coming back to this orchestration service and saying that the inventory has been reserved, and whatever the response I am receiving, I will move the next step accordingly. And if my inventory service fails, then I am canceling the order which I have created in my previous step. So if I have a success over there, I will move towards the payment process. So if the payment is processed, then I am calling the complete order method, and in the complete order method, I am producing the message complete order, and that same message I'm subscribing in my order service as well as my inventory service to change the status of each items accordingly. And let me walk you through that what the changes I have done in my order service, in my inventory service, and the payment service. So let me go to my order service first. In the order service, I commented out all those topics which I was subscribing earlier, and now I am subscribing the three topics only which I am receiving from my orchestration service. One is the order init, the order completed, and the order failed. And the same case with the inventory service. Let me go to the inventory service here, and I have commented out all those sub, uh, topics which I was subscribing earlier, and now I am subscribing only the three topics here and doing the actions accordingly. And the same cases with my payment service here. Let me go to the payment service, and in my payment service, I'm just subscribing the payment in it and sending the request or sending the response to my orchestration service accordingly, because that's my last service. So I don't need uh, any other uh, any other topics to be subscribed here. And now let's test the logic what we have implemented. I started all four services here. Now you can see that all the services are in running mode, and I will put the breakpoint on relevant positions. So first breakpoint I will put whenever I'm going to send the instructions to my order service to create the order, and the second breakpoint I will put here when I will receive the response back from the order service that order has been successfully created or not. And the same cases with the inventory. So I will put the breakpoint here, and then when I'm going to produce or giving when I'm going to give the instructions to my inventory service to reserve the inventory against the order. And in the payment service, I'm going to put the breakpoint whenever I'm going to send instructions to my payment service to proceed with the payment. And over here, I will put the breakpoint whenever I'm receiving the response from my payment service. And then in the relevant services, I'm going to put the breakpoint here as well. So when I will receive the instructions from the orchestration service that order has been initialized, I'm going to put the breakpoint here. And in my inventory service, I'm going to put the breakpoint with the same logic over here. I'm sorry. Yeah. So now let's put the breakpoint in my payment service as well, um, over there whenever I'm receiving the instructions from the orchestration service to make the payment. So all the breakpoints are ready at the moment, and now let's execute the endpoint for the create order. So once I hit this, then you can see here that my request arrives here in the orchestration service, and my this orchestration service is going to send the instructions to my order service to create the order. So let's do it. Okay, so you can see here that I am in the order service, and I'm assuming that order has been saved, and I'm going to produce the message back to the orchestration service that order has been saved. And once I issue this, then I'm back on my orchestration service, and the result is succeeded. And now I will move back to the inventory service, and here I'm going to send the instructions to my inventory service to reserve the inventory. Okay, so I'm in my inventory service, and I'm assuming again that my inventory has been reserved, and I'm going to send the message back to my orchestration service that inventory has been reserved successfully. Okay, so now I am back in my orchestration service, and now I will proceed with the payment. Okay, so now I'm going to produce a message for the payment. So you can see here that I am in my payment service, and now I'm going to make the payment. So let me hit this breakpoint. So you can see here I'm back in my orchestration service, and my payment is successful, and I will proceed towards the order completion. So I'm here in the order completion part, and once I will complete the order, then status in my rest of the other microservices will set accordingly. So when I was implementing that pattern, then you can see here that in one service, I'm just setting the behavior that how my services will communicate with each other, or in which sequence my services will communicate one after another. And in case of any failure happen, then we can clearly see in the orchestration service that how it is going to compensate the transaction. So I hope that you like that very simple example here, and in next video we will start implementing the circuit breaker pattern. Thank you very much for watching.